Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm bringing you another speed build today, and yes, you might have guessed this one is going to be holiday themed. I had this big space right by the park, sandwiched between the park, the car park and the decorative hospital in the town, and I wasn't really sure what to do with it. And once my neighbourhood got to winter, I thought, ooh, maybe something wintry, something holiday themed, and I decided to go with an ice rink that Sims can skate in during the colder months. I thought this could be quite flexible because even though it's a winter themed lot, we could change it in the other months. So when it gets to spring, maybe I swap it out for a roller skating rink, maybe change some of the other things, get rid of the holiday decorations and just make it fit the season. So hopefully it won't just be used during winter, but it was fun to give it this sort of holiday Christmassy look. I'm really pleased with it. Something I use for all of my builds is Phaenoh's, what's it called? Phaenoh's catalog cleanup mod. And what I really like about this mod, it just moves things in the catalog to different sections so they're easier to find. And one of the things it does, it takes all the stuff from the holiday fun pack and puts it in the party section. So it's just so much easier to find things because they're not all hidden in the decorative area, or they're just all party stuff, because I mean, when else do you use them other than for a party, really? And now this space at the back, I wasn't sure what to do with it initially. Once we got the ice rink down, I was like, well, what do I do with all this extra space? So I thought at first maybe a little coffee shop would be nice. There's a ice skating rink in my town, and it has a little cafe restaurant, you know, place where you can get a warm hot chocolate after you've ice skated. And I always thought that was really nice, so that was my first thought. But then I remembered the food trucks from, I think it's Bon Voyage, and I almost never use these in my game, but I thought this would be the perfect place for it actually. I thought the kind of wood log cabin look to it would suit the theme of the build. And yeah, I actually went ice skating for the very first time last year at the ice skating rink in my hometown. Well, is it my hometown? In the town where I live. I went ice skating for the first time, and I was really scared actually when there's this scene in, I think it's Blades of Glory, where somebody ice skates and jumps and the blades on the ice skates cut a guy's head off. And I know this isn't a real film, it's just a joke, but I just thought about it and got really scared. I was worried I would fall over and then somebody would skate over my fingers and slice them off. That didn't happen. I did fall over quite a few times, but yeah, I managed to have fun with it. I've been trying to teach myself to roller skate as well, and I actually thought ice skating was a little bit easier than roller skating, so the more you know. Or you live and learn anyway. So if you're wondering, the reason I left the lot and then came back in is actually because I wanted to put down Honeywell's costume trunk. I had this vague idea that Sims would be able to change into the holiday like Santa outfits, and that would be really fun. It turns out the costume trunk does not have the holiday Santa outfits or the little elf outfits, but the idea was cute and I do think it looks good there, so you know, whatever. Now, once I got the toilets in and we had the food truck, I was like, well, what do we do with this other building? And I still initially thought maybe a little coffee shop, but I was trying to get the shape figured out and I couldn't really find anything that I liked. And I was playing around with it for quite a while before suddenly I had this idea that maybe it would be nice to have a little stage area where Sims could perform, because I didn't put a performance area in the last park. And they are something I quite like including in parks because, you know, it just gives Sims a little bit extra to do. If you've got Sims who are musicians, it's fun. And I always want to make sure my lots have lots of activities that Sims will do autonomously, so that when you visit the lot, it's full of life, full of activity, and it just feels like a more fun place for your Sims to visit. So just here, once we'd got it figured out, I realised we needed a lot more park benches, and I need to figure out the landscaping. But we've got some benches here for people to watch the show. And then at first I thought we'd put a full band here, but I realised there might not be enough space. So instead I put down the karaoke machine, which I think was a really good decision actually, because I love the karaoke machine in The Sims. They have like a really cute animations they do with it. They do little songs. Then when they sing badly, it's really funny. I don't know, it's one of the cutest animations in the game, and it's really detailed, and yeah, I don't know, I love making Sims do karaoke, so I thought this was a really nice thing to put here, especially since we do already have a place for a band to perform, so this makes it a little bit different. And then we're just spamming basically the holiday decorations literally everywhere. We've got this toy soldier, we've got piles of presents everywhere, and then I don't know why I added a juice keg. I guess I just thought it would be festive. I don't know. I liked the idea of putting a bonfire here as well, but with all the wooden buildings next to it, it just didn't seem quite right. It made me a little bit nervous. Alright, and then I always have trouble coming up with the lighting in parks, but in the end I just put the lamps, those fancy ones I have at the front of the lot. I stuck them everywhere. Oh, and here, yes, I remembered the tree was a little bit small, and then I remembered that they have these big trees with decorations on that you can use as well. So I went looking for that, and once I found it, I thought it sit very nicely in the center of the park like that, so that's what I went with instead. Now I'm just filling out any empty space that doesn't have activities with bushes and trees. Landscaping for me is just about filling up the empty space. Anywhere where you look at it and it looks a bit unfinished or a bit unpolished, just stick a few bushes there and eventually it looks good. I've been using a lot of these bushes which are recolors of Maxis ones, or sometimes they're the Maxis ones but a bit bigger. And most of them are seasonal as well, so that's really cool. Hopefully it will look correct in the winter, because I don't know if I want them all flowering, but we'll live if they are. And then right here are the lanterns I mentioned earlier. At this point it's looking pretty polished. We just need to remember to, yes, the terrain paint, make sure the plants don't look like they're just sitting on grass. There's a whole back area of the lot that isn't really used for anything, and I ended up fencing it off pretty much, so Sims won't even go there, but I think I did still put some trees there just to make sure it looked okay. And then what I'm looking for here, there's this one little snowman radio that you can get where it plays the most obnoxious Christmas music all the time, and it does a little dance, and it's very annoying, and I desperately wanted it on this lot sitting under the Christmas tree, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So once again I changed the lot to a residential lot and then go back in just so that I can place down this stupid little radio that I'm not even sure why I felt it was needed, since we've got the karaoke machine and the piano as well, so there's going to be a lot of different sounds happening. But is that not part of the Sims 2 charm? So I'm really excited to send my Sims here. Sadly, my Spruceburg Sims won't be celebrating the holiday season just yet. They're still in autumn, and I don't think we're going to get to winter anytime soon, so maybe there will be a festive Christmassy episode in future, but not before this Christmas. Perhaps it will come out in February. Right, so now we've got a little trio of snowmen, including at last the decorative one. I also found there were these firework boxes. I think they also come with the party stuff pack, and I've used them before. I remember The Sims doing the sparklers, playing with sparklers is really cute, and I wanted to include that one, but I couldn't remember which box it was. And I know there's some other boxes. One of them creates little fireworks and one of them has the like party noisemakers. And all of them seem pretty festive, and I couldn't remember which was which, so I tried to get them all down and just hide them around the lot. I'm not even sure if they'll be accessible, but yeah, I don't know, I think it's pretty cute, and it just looks like some extra presents maybe, unless you look a little closer. Right, and then at the very end, this time I remembered to check that there's lights for everything. We didn't need this lot to be really lit up, but I wanted to make sure we weren't going to be playing in the dark, so just hiding a few bonus lanterns around anywhere where it seemed a little bit too dark. To be honest, checking that I've remembered to do lights and looking at the lot at nighttime is something I've only started doing recently. I saw a lot of Sims builders on YouTube doing it, and I was like, oh, I need to start doing that. But anyway, that is the finished lot. I'm really happy with how it came out. I think it looks so festive, so fun, but also at the same time, I think it's going to be quite flexible and we can use it for the summer months as well, just by redecorating a little bit. Anyway, thank you so much for all the support I've had so far. I'm really flattered by how nice people have been on YouTube. I wasn't expecting that. It's a bit out of my comfort zone posting on YouTube, so yeah, it's been really, really nice, and thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the new year. Bye for now.